Hey guys, it's Jason from Maryland again. Yeah, I already did my video this week, but nah. I'm feeling like dressing a little bit. I didn't go all the way because my wig's still kind of. Yeah. I'll have to wash it, see if it straightens out. If not, I did win another wig, so yay. And got some panties today, so. Because they were on sale before and I had them shipped. Anyway. And while I was there, they had a sale. Me and sales. Yeah. Anyway, it's not super fancy, but I got a necklace. So. And I also got a bracelet. Also, ladies, is there any rhyme or reason to what arm you wear a bracelet on? Me, I have no idea. Anyway, and this may look like a blouse, but believe it or not, it is a dress. See if I can show you here. Yeah. 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 There we go. And it's called a shirt dress. Because, well, it kind of looks like a shirt. And yes, with the belt. You can't really see it here, but there is a belt there. And one of my Lane Bryant bras, it looks like I have boobs. I don't, but you know. Looks like it. Woo! Get fresh with myself. I don't know if I like this bracelet. Maybe there's some trick to it, huh? Or maybe it's just cheap. Who knows? It's something. Oh yeah, before I forget to, and I almost hate to say anything because I like her as a crossdresser, but on what is her name? Anyway, another crossdresser said that on women's sizes there was really no way to tell. Well, at least for me, I've worn suits, so I had, like suit coats and suits like business suits. If you ever get measured for a suit, then one of the things I do is measure your shoulders. My shoulder is about 48, and at least from my experience, and I don't think I'm wrong, because it seems to work fine for me. But the shoulder measurements on a men's suit are roughly equal to what a woman's hip measurements would be in a dress. Because, at least for me, and probably most men, let's face it, if it won't go over your shoulders, it ain't going on. And of course, your waist as well. Roughly, your waist, although it's down like here somewhere underneath the tummy. And, of course, the bust here. If you really want to, you can get measured for a bra like I did. About 44-ish. Maybe a little bigger than that, but And that'll tell you, your bust measurement. And between those three, you do fairly well. The only problem is some women's clothes just don't say, what the hips are, or the waist, or the bust. Some do. If they do, obviously, you can, like I say, use your shoulder measurements for the hip measurements. Use your waist for your waist. If you don't know your bust, it's not really, at least for me, horribly important because, like I say, this is the big problem for me, the shoulders. If it can get over your shoulders, you're set. And also, same for waist because, this is 48 up here at my shoulders. Bust is 44, so a little smaller, but, not a whole bunch. And my waist kind of fluctuates depending, how my weight's doing right now. It's right around 40, but, so, for a while, couldn't think of her name. Anyway, so nothing personal here, but if you do know your measurements, like for a men's suit, it does help. Not everybody's worn a suit, I'm assuming, so maybe she didn't know because she's never worn a suit. I don't know. Unfortunately, due to my religion and things like that, I've worn suits too long. Like before I went on my mission for my church, I got measured for a suit to make sure it fits right. And yeah, one of the things they measure you is your shoulders. So if you're you're not sure your shoulder measurements, you could always go to, you know, like a well, not high end, but somewhat higher end suit place like Men's Warehouse is where I got measured at. And they'll, just say, hey, I want to know what size my shoulders are, and they'll do it. They don't care. Probably might help if you buy something, but you probably don't have to. But just say, hey, I want to get my shoulders measured, and they'll be like, okay, it's part of our job. Or hey, if you don't want to go that far and you're at a woman's store already, just tell them to measure your shoulders, because honestly, they're used to measuring busts, but tell them, it's kind of sort of similar, only, it's only one measurement. It's just round your shoulders, and they could probably figure it out. They just have the cloth tape and the whole 9 yards, so probably didn't want to take that much to do it. Of course, same thing for waist. Most guys know their waist because, you buy a pair of pants, at least for me, it's like, 40-inch waist and 30-inch inseam, which women don't get into inseam as far as I know, but the waist as far as dresses are what you're most worried about. That's for like skirts, like say, you want to look at the waist size on the skirt and say, hey, is this anywhere near my waist size? As far as hips, I don't really have any, so, if anything, you might want to go a little smaller on the waist, at least I haven't bought that many skirts yet, but you may want to look a little smaller because women's dresses, women's skirts are built bigger in the hips because, like I say, it's kind of like shoulders in men. If it don't go over a woman's hips, it ain't gonna matter. Similar concept. So you may be able to get away with a smaller waist size, even though you're like, what? But whatever. But as Vera pointed out, women's clothes all depend. Like Dress Barn, for example, is notorious for just having sizes. They're like, oh, it's a size 22, and you're like, okay. I happen to be about size 22, 24-ish. So, it's like, okay, I'll buy 24 and probably fit. But, they don't really have measurements. It's like, whoa. So not everybody has measurements in dresses. If you find out your dress size, it'll at least give you, a rough ballpark to work with. For me, mine's pretty set because my shoulders, like I say, if it doesn't get over my shoulders, it doesn't matter. And that's just me. I forgot to put on earrings. Anyway, these are other than earrings, my first accessories. Like I say, a necklace. It's not real fancy. I'm not sure if I should wear it the other way. You could. Right now it's kind of doubled up. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. But it's kind of doubled up, which makes it shorter. I don't know if it'd look better if you just did it once instead of double loop. But doesn't look too horrible. The bracelet, I kind of like the color, whatever the heck color that is. Don't ask me. I don't know. I really don't. And well, as far as the dress goes, I know these are supposed to be 3/4 length sleeves. That's about what they end up being on me, give or take a little bit. That's not bad. It's a little short for my comfort. I'm a modest lady, what can I say? Maybe I'd get used to it. Well, I guess, maybe it's not as horrible. My mom's always like, make sure it reaches below your knees. It's like, good luck on that, Mom. You're lucky to get to your knees, especially me when I'm kind of tall. And of course, stomach doesn't help anything. I'll admit. What else? I just thought I'd mention that. I hope Vera doesn't take it personally. It's nothing, against her or anything. I just kind of bugged me. It's like, if you didn't know your measurements, it'll help. If you're used to just, small, medium, extra large, like she pointed out, then you're kind of might be out of luck, Because, like I say, not every guy wears, a suit. I've worn plenty myself, so I know my shoulder measurements. It's just something I know, kind of like I say, pants. You know your waist measurement, and if you're a guy, your inseam measurement. It's just kind of a thing. Our women, they know their bra sizes. Or heck, even I know my bra size. Scary, isn't it? About 44. I'm still not sure on the cup size because, well, let's face it, I don't have boobs. But maybe 46 would be a little closer. Somewhere in that rough neighborhood because I'm kind of barrel chested, pretty big around the chest. And no boobs there, but, pretty solid. And it's not a whole bunch smaller than my shoulders. We'll put it that way. And then, of course, my gut. That doesn't help anything, does it? Anyway. Oh, I did. If I forgot to mention, I'm a little out of it because I'm tired from work. But I did win my bid on a new wig on eBay. So once it gets here from China, which can take a while sometimes, you'll get to see me in a new wig. Also, wash my old wig, see if it's eligible. It may or may not be, like I say. Some of it's me, some of it's a wig. It's not a high-end wig, and the user isn't exactly, an expert with wigs. But, even if it's totally ruined, it's like, I've had it for almost a year, so I'm not, like, totally, really heartbroken, although I like it, because, well, it's my first wig, It makes me look a lot different, you can tell my real hair looks a lot different than, what a woman, what I like women's hair look like, which is probably sexist, but I like longer hair on women. Sorry, ladies. If you don't like it, I don't know. You're not married to me, so you can call me a sexist pig. I don't know. You might have a hard time convincing people considering I wear dresses. But, whatever. Anyway, this is Jason from Maryland. Kind of enjoying, being a dresser. Cross dresser, or whatever. Sometimes I shorten it and just call it dresser. But, just chilling. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Today it was nuts at you all. And Monday probably won't be much better because the weekend, Memorial Day weekend, at least here in the United States, it should specify. Anyway, this is Jason from Maryland saying, hope you have a good weekend and enjoy whatever you're doing, if it be cross-dressing or barbecuing or, I don't know, rebuilding engines. Whatever. I don't care. Just have fun doing it and be safe, of course. Other than that, enjoy. This is Jason from Maryland saying goodbye for today. I hope you have a good weekend.